button.
It's like already live.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone's listening to you talk to chandeliers. Sorry about chandeliers.
We're live right now talking about chandeliers.
Who doesn't love a good chandelier, though?
With the crystals and
Apparently,
everything.
Crib.
Well, yeah, we are live.
Good.
This is episode 6, Legends of Drauma.
I hope people are listening.
Last time, what did we do last time? Ziella and Bumper were made of stone, and we went considerable efforts to try to find some way to restore them. After talking to Petey, I believe, the little child that stole money from Hajte and Crib at the very beginning, he told you about a witch that lived in the trade district, and upon visiting her and being somewhat enchanted by her, most of the party was taken, other than Arvistan, who was very suspicious. You had to sacrifice some amount of Ravi's blood, and then the witch did a ritual that I can't divulge.
Sadly.
To create a potion to restore Ziella, which you returned to her and did your own ritual, which I also can't say exactly what was, that brought her back to her original self. She's no longer made of stone, but you were only able to get the one dosage, so Bumper is still petrified. Upon being restored, Ziella told you all that she would like to meet you in the Palace District on the following day. So you've all gone to rest. Arvistan went to sleep in the water, I guess.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Everybody else is staying at the Temple of Freyr as Father Gregor's guests. And so we'll start there.
All right.
Let's start with Arvistan, waking up in the water. I don't know how many undersea creatures actually sleep in the water. I think fish don't really sleep.
Sharks turn off half their brain. Does that count?
Shark has their brains. And the shark has their, no brains at all. They forget everything every 5 seconds.
They turn off half of it so that they can continue swimming, because if they don't, they stop breathing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're still breathing, Arvistan.
Yes, I am. I hope so, actually.
I guess you just lay down in the rock at the bottom of the bay, cover yourself in a blanket of seaweed. But you wake up. What are you going to do? So you've gotten the missive from Ziella to meet her in the Palace District, but you split from the rest of the party and made yourself solo. Is that something that you still intend to do? Do you want to try to find them, or do you want to just go there, or do you want to do something completely different?
I overheard that they were going to the over to the church, so I make my way down there.
Okay.
To meet up with them.
So you climb back up out of the water, like the creature from the Black Lagoon. Some people are a little surprised to see you just climbing up out of the water and onto the dock, but people down there have seen a lot of crazy stuff, and they've known not to talk about it. So they just ignore you as you make your way. The rest of you are in the Temple of Freyr. You wake up to Father Gregor making pancake breakfast.
My favorite.
He gets a big skillet, and he just puts it on a big fire. They put it in a big fire pit, and he gets a skillet set up there. And they just make a huge heaping helping of pancakes. Nothing fancy, to just as many as they can. And they feed it to all the poor people that are living in there. And you all are welcome to some if you want them.
I mean, I'll have some pancakes. I'm sure I feel like absolute dog shit after having my being eaten and then had my blood drained, so I could probably use some to eat.
Yeah. Ravi, your exhaustion is gone.
Finally!
So you're back to
Hey,
full
about
strength.
time.
Father Gregor is going to go around. He's going to have his big plate that has dozens of pancakes, a big heaping pile. And he'll drop a couple in front of Ravi. He doesn't even ask Ravi. He just puts them there. He knows he'll take them. He'll head over to Crib. Can I interest you in some pancakes? It's not much, but just a little thing I like to do some days.
Sure, as long as there's enough for everybody.
Well, there should be quite enough. No syrup or anything, but there still should be fine. A glass of water help wash it down.
I'm sure it's great, thank you.
And you, Hazate, pancakes?
I'll just take one.
Okay, I'll put one down here, but I'll tell you, I have the rest just in the kitchen there, so if you feel like you want some more, just let me know.
Thank you very much.
And he'll leave the three of you, and he'll go off. He starts to feed more people, all the different people that are being kept there. And Arvistan is on his way over, but he won't be able to reach you before you get a chance to eat your pancakes and decide what you want to do.
After eating, I would probably address the rest of the group and just kind of, so should we go to the palace?
The afternoon. I'm assuming this is still morning.
Yeah.
In that case, I would go off and meditate for a couple of hours.
Well, we have money. We could do things with money.
We could. What do you have in mind?
Why don't we could go to the market before we have to meet at the palace.
Is that too much to go there, and or are we all just gonna meet up there? If Ravi's going and meditating and stuff. That's what I mean.
If you guys want, I can meet you up at the top of the spiral where you walk up to the palace in, say, 2 hours.
Probably figure out where that is.
I mean,
It's a main thoroughfare. If you walk up, it'll be right before you hit the big spirally thing that goes upwards. It's the main road.
As long as you're going up, you're going to get there eventually.
assuming I know my way, it's fine. We've got time. Let's go.
Okay.
We don't need to stick around this shindig.
So Ravi will go off to meditate, and now we'll have a separate person split off from everyone else. Kriv and Hajate, you'll make your way down to the trade district, where they have, it's bustling with all different kinds of vendors, restaurants, merchants, with a variety of different wares. It's about the time that you're coming down there from the temple district that Arvistan is coming up from the docks into the same place. He's not hard to spot. He's a different sort of elf than most of the other ones that you see. And he's soaking wet right now from having coming out of the ocean. You don't think anything of it, Arvistan. You're just dripping. You'll see them also across the way. Kriv kind of stands out too. Tall enough to do it. Is there what would you like to look for in the trade district? Just window shopping, or is there something specific?
I suppose we could ask around and see if people have any sort of potion type wares. See if they have any knowledge. We could be knowledge seeking for other people who might have information.
Okay. I'll have you guys, whoever wants, to make an investigation check. Now, Arvistan, when you see the other two, do you want to meet up with them, or do you want to just keep going towards the temple?
Yes, I'll go towards them.
All right.
What's your investigation?
My investigation?
2. Okay.
No, mine's -2.
Okay. I'm rolling.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I got a +1 investigation if that works, but I'm not there with you guys, so I'm still walking towards you. So
I got
that it's all you.
15.
Okay, a 15. You'll ask questions going through the market district, the different people. In the time that you're checking out with everybody, Arvestan will catch up to you and you fill him in. You guys are just doing some shopping while Ravi meditates, and then you'll head up to the Palace District. You're looking for someone that can know something about potions. This is to try to figure out. Are we thinking specifically about trying to cure petrification, or just alchemy in general type?
Does anyone care specifically? Do you want it specifically looking for petrification?
I mean, it all depends. We can look for petrification and other things that could be helpful for us.
Both.
Yeah, both. I would say both.
Okay. So eventually, the person that you'll be pointed to is a large omni guy, a big animal person. Sort of looks like a cross between a bear and a rhino. Big fella, he's on all fours, and he's sort of slumped down just on the floor. He's tall enough when he's seated on the floor that he stands about as tall as most people would when they're standing normally. And he's got a big round booth in front of him, sort of like if you see a receptionist desk that's got a big round area in front. And there's a lot of different, mostly herbs and kind of poultices. You could see the mortar and pestle, all the clear signs that this is a guy that makes medicine. And you've been steered this way because he's known for also brewing up some potions from time to time. Nothing too crazy, but mostly if somebody has an ailment, they'll go to a doctor, and the doctor might recommend a prescription from this fellow. So he sat there, and he's sort of sleepily looking out at you. It's just past breakfast, and he said, what can I do for you?
Well, we were hoping you would know something about animals that can turn people to stone.
What sort of animal are you referring to?
I've heard it's not common, but I believe it was called a crocatrice.
Surely you mean cockatrice.
I don't actually. Definitely part gator.
What does it look like?
Like a turkey-sized chicken with like a alligator tail.
Yes.
And teeth.
Not too far away from a cockatrice, but sounds a little big for one of those. I suppose it wouldn't be too different. What do you want to know?
A friend of ours was petrified from a stare from that thing, and we were looking to solve the problem.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not certain of a way to solve the issue of petrification. Is there something maybe I could make some sort of topiary to decorate your friend?
So you don't know anything that could possibly help, or maybe anyone who could?
Mm, well, do you have the creature in question?
We don't, actually. It was destroyed.
Well, it might take some powerful magic. You know, I heard a story from my old master, the one who taught me how to do the alchemy that I do now. He told me that a long time ago, the people who worshipped their gods could perform powerful magic. I think even maybe something that could take someone from stone to flesh once again. I don't know if any of those worshippers are capable of that today, but if it were true, I'm sure it could be possible.
All right.
Could
That
I
seems so right.
interest you in a potion of healing, perhaps?
Ooh, how much are those potions of healing?
Well, it's not cheap, I'm sorry to say. It run you about 25 gold pieces.
For how many?
For one, my friend.
Ooh, okay. No, you see, I'm good. I think I'll try to survive without it. Thank you, though. I'll appreciate it. And I'll think about it for the next time that I pass around.
I'll try to do some research into more potent alchemical solutions. Maybe I can find something to help your friend.
um,
That
I do have a question. I asked Criff to pass me the two flasks that I handed to her. She passed them to
and
me, and I asked the guy, I got these two flasks from a weird creature that I engaged in battle with, and I was wondering if you could investigate it for me and see what it is.
You
Please don't
have.
kill this guy. Please,
It
can you
may be
just not kill
dangerous,
this
so
guy?
it might be dangerous. So I'm just how you're an expert and you know all about flask and potion healing and alchemy and all that stuff. I was
Uh,
wondering how you're a professional and if you could figure out what it is for me.
for the record, I only hesitantly hand them over. I was a little bit hoping you forgot you gave them to me.
Nope. Nope.
um, yeah, so he can't take them from you. He's got, big elephant, hairy elephant hands with big bear claws hanging off of them. So he's just kind of scratching his chest and his belly while he's talking to you. And
Alright.
say, well, it's not the way I'd put them together, but maybe you could open it for me.
Maybe you
Show me
could.
the inside.
Uh, Yikes. Let's see. How much hit point do I have?
I don't
I'm going.
understand your trepidation. You want to see what it is, don't you?
Yes, I do, but it can be dangerous. And the last time that I opened a bag from this creature, it had a bunch of bees that it literally almost killed me. So thanks to these guys over here, I got kind of saved.
Well, if it's that dangerous, all the better that you should open it. Maybe
Uh,
take a step back.
Well,
okay, I'll open it, put it on your table, and I'll run. That's okay with you?
Crowded place?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion check. Oh boy.
Those are not inspiring confidence.
That's a 9. That'll be 13.
All right, but do be careful.
I will. I put both flasks on the table, open them, and start moving backwards.
He'll lean in and sniff.
Please be careful, sir. I don't want anything bad happen to you.
Just don't inhale bees.
He's got like a little tapered trunk type thing, so it sort of goes around and goes to the opening of both flasks. Well, I have good news for you.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
I'm not dead.
Yes, that's awesome.
That's amazing news.
Yes, that's really, really good news.
You can approach again.
Okay. I moved. Still, he hasn't told me what it is. I approach slowly towards him.
And say, in this flask here
Mm-hmm.
is a highly corrosive acid.
Ooh. Okay.
It's,
Awesome. I grab immediately the top of it and plug it in. Make it safe.
Yes, try to avoid contact with your skin.
Trust me, I will.
Don't imbibe it or get it in your eyes. I might be able to help in that event if you get to me quickly, but
Okay.
whoever put it in this container must have meant to throw it.
Will it eat like stones or metal?
I don't think so.
Just flesh then?
It'll burn.
Okay. What about wood? Will it do something to wood?
Over time, I think it would, yes.
All right. Thank you about that information. What about the other one?
Yes. The other flask here, it's a little concoction that those of us in the trade like to call alchemist's fire.
Ooh. How does it work?
Well, it's much like the other. It's in a container that is meant to be thrown.
Okay.
You see, once enough oxygen comes in contact with the solution, it will ignite.
I immediately grab the other top and plug it in like, all right. Thank you very much.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
We haven't even asked your name yet.
Oh, my name's Baloth.
Cool name.
Thanks. My parents gave it to me.
Well, we would appreciate if you did keep thinking about a solution to our problem. We'll probably be around here for a little while.
I'll do some research, send some letters, delve into a few books. Maybe there's something. I certainly hope so. If there is, I am sure I'll find it.
May I offer you a gold coin or two? And I look again at Criff and like, Criff, can you pass me those other 2 pots that you have as well, please? and show him the 2 pots and figure out what are on these 2 pots as well. I'll pay you for the service. It might be dangerous as well again.
All right. So you've got the 2 pots and that basket that you haven't opened yet.
Yes.
Um, so look at the pots. Do another sniff check. This one's full of grubs.
Full scrubs. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Great.
Rot
Useful.
grubs.
Excuse me.
You can hear them wriggling around in there.
All right. I was wondering what that noise was around there.
I can't tell what's in the other one with it sealed.
Do you want me to open it? Could be dangerous, or you want to just leave it as it is?
If you want to know what's inside, we'll have to have it open.
Alrighty.
Are you gonna run again?
Yes. I'll open the pot and move backwards really quickly. Oh boy. Please be careful when you look at it.
Yeah. He'll do a quick lean in and then back off.
Is it more bees?
Not bees, sorry to say. That's called green slime.
Green slime. What can I do with that?
Well,
Besides smelling pretty awful. Guess I can smell it from over here.
it'll cling to surfaces, but it's sort of a. Well, have you ever heard of slimes before?
Not really.
The black pudding, maybe, or the gelatinous cube?
Nope.
Mhm.
I haven't.
Some of them have a consciousness of their own, but this doesn't. Although it does act in much the same way.
Okay.
Much more dangerous than that acid you showed me earlier.
Ooh. Okay.
Slime will eat through your flesh and bone eventually. Any organic material, really, should be able to eat through a metal surface if necessary.
Alrighty. I grab something to seal it back up together and wrap it really tight with a piece of rope, and hand them the 2 gold coins. And thank you for your help, sir. Here
Yeah.
you go.
He'll put a big paw out and drag it across the table and just dump it in front of himself. This is one of the most exciting mornings I've had in a long time.
Well, I'm glad you had some excitement over here today. I was kind of afraid, but felt a little bit secure with someone with your knowledge. Trying to
It
figure
was
it.
very interesting.
Well, thank you very much for your assistance today.
Is there some way I should contact you if I find any information?
What do you think? Maybe back with Father Gregory?
Yeah, probably the best way is talk with Father Gregor, and I mean we tend to go over there quite a bit, so he could probably have that information for us. If
Much too often.
yeah,
I feel like if we're not here, he'll know where we are anyway.
yes, exactly. He can send a message or something or some sort with Ravi, so that'll be nice. Yeah.
It would be nice to speak to Father Gregor again. I haven't seen him since he got that ward of his to come down here and take care of his duties for him.
But I bet he'd appreciate seeing you too.
Well, that's all assuming I have some success.
That's all right. We were going on a hunch anyway, so.
All right. Well, don't let me keep you all day. Unless you wanted to buy something. Still got
Nope.
those potions. They don't go very quickly. Outside of adventurer types.
You don't
I'm
happen to have any more slime, do you?
No, dreadfully dangerous stuff. Not good to keep around.
Well, thank you for your time.
All right. I think I might have a nap. He'll nod off almost immediately. You'll hear a deep, growly snore coming out of his snout, which I won't do for you. Believe me.
Too bad. All right. Shall we head out then?
Yes.
Yes.
So, I see both of you over here, but where's Ravi?
Still back at the temple, meditating or something.
Yeah, sleeping while sitting up, I think.
Oh. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. All right. Should we go get him then?
Assuming we have an abundance of time at this point still.
Not really. That investigation time, talking to all those different people, ate up a lot of your 2 hours. So it might be time, if you're trying to keep that timetable, to just make for the Palace District.
Yeah, let's just head there. He knows what's up.
Okay.
Ravi, your
No,
meditation is
no.
uneventful,
Someone real.
like you would hope for it to be.
Good.
2 hours of meditation is quite a while. I wouldn't say you come to any remarkable truths in that time.
That's okay.
No epiphanies here.
Father Gregor will sneak you a few more pancakes, and he'll say, "Tell that girl she should eat up. It's takes a lot of energy for a day. She didn't come back for seconds. I could have sworn she would."
All right, will do.
So, whatever you learn today, you will come and tell me straight away, yes?
Of course, Father.
All right. I look forward to it. You best hurry. Your friends will be waiting for you.
Yes, I will. And I'll kind of like dust myself off and stretch myself out and feel like the bruises and things. Like, all right, well, this is gonna be sore, but I'll get going. And like a half jog speed.
You've got
I'll to the district.
one of those knee cushions that you use when you're meditating. That has the little indents for your knees to go into, so you don't hurt your knees while you're working on stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah. So everybody makes their way up the city. However you feel, all of you have to pass through the upper district with all of the rich people. So Ravi, are you concealing yourself like you did last time you were there? Or? Okay.
Absolutely. So, like, as soon as we start to get close, then I'll conceal myself. When I meet up with probably the rest of the team, if I see them before we get up there, I'll have just kind of the cloak around me, and then as the closer we get, then I'll pull it kind of over the top of me.
Okay. Ravi's a little ahead of the rest of you, since he was just higher up to begin with. But you all make your way and eventually get to the top of the city. The Palace District itself is a district kind of in name only. There aren't any other buildings. There's not a lot of people living there. There's not business conducted there. It's just a magnificent palace that's up on the top of the cliff at the height of the city. It used to be a palace that held a royal family that sort of ruled over Corenia, but it's been a long time since there was any royal lineage or anybody like that living there. So now it's just kind of the seat of government for the city. So anytime there have to be big decisions made that affect everyone, all of the different council members from the different districts have to meet here and discuss them and sort of make a ruling. When you get up there, there's a big gate that blocks the way that goes into the palace. And there are a couple of guards standing at the gate. They don't look like the guards at Buckingham Palace, but they're kind of like that. Or they're just kind of stood there, waiting for anybody to approach or anything to happen. They're just guarding the gate itself. And when you walk up, one will put a hand up to stop you. And he'll say, you meet the description. Master Ziella has informed us of your arrival. If you would wait here, please. They are not finished yet.
All right.
All right, thank you very much for the information.
And he'll just motion towards a bench that you could sit on. And go right back to just standing in front of the gate, not wanting to make conversation with you.
I would say Crip probably starts takes out the notebook or whatever and writes down all the really mundane stuff we saw this morning, like what kind of food was being sold or whatever. Just stuff like that while we're waiting.
All right. Anybody else going to try to start something while you're waiting outside the gates of the palace? Or just going to be patient?
I'll be patient.
We could kind of just inform Robbie of our adventure by ourselves.
Okay, yeah.
As Hazate is doing that, I will pull up pancakes. Father Gregor says that you should eat some more, and I promised him that I would bring you these pancakes. So here are these pancakes.
Ooh, pancakes. I'll eat them if you don't want them.
And she'll hesitantly take one more and just pick at it, not like biting it, but like taking off one piece at a time and eating it.
Just little pieces, It's like a snack at this point. The pancakes aren't as fresh as they were in the morning. So...
Father Gregor says it's very important to keep your strength if you're going to be an adventurer, which you need food to do. And I will hand the other pancakes to Arvistan as she picks up her pancake.
I grab it. I was hungry and I just gobble on it.
They're not the best pancakes, Arvistan, but pancakes are kind of new to you. They don't make them in the ocean.
Nope, they don't.
Well, that would be a feat.
But you guys don't have to wait for long, so it's easy if Hasate wants to toss the rest of the birds to pick at the rest of that. Before the doors of the palace, the main doors open on the other side of this gate, and people start walking out. The first person you see, and each one of these people is joined by a retinue, a number of other people, between bodyguards and advisors that are all just sort of crowded around them everywhere that they move. Some people are like journalists even, that are just taking notes about things that they're doing as they're moving around. The first person that comes out is a posh woman. She's very haughty. She has her chin up, her nose up in the air. Heavy-set lady, especially in the neck and in the face area. And she whips out a big fan and starts to fan herself as she's walking. People are talking to her, and she's just ignoring them. And she strolls out. The next person out, another bigger fellow, a big dwarf with a beard, big brown beard. And he's talking to the people that are with him, and he telling jokes, and they're sort of like courteously laughing. Apparently, it's something he does all the time. Then they just kind of have to deal with him. When they start laughing, he responds to their laughter with big, haughty laughter, just a big, booming laugh. Yeah, and he's walking out, and he's got his sleeves rolled up, and he's got big, hairy arms. The next one that comes out is a young woman who looks very meek. She's sort of bent over as she goes. She has a big stack of books in one arm, and she's writing something on a piece of paper on the top of the stack. And then she'll quick dart and say something over to one of the people next to her, and they'll jot something down. You can see that she's sweating. Her hair is all bedraggled coming off of her. And the last person to come out, by herself, with no bodyguards or advisors, is Ziella. And she is looking for you. As soon as she comes out the door, she looks down the path, she looks quick over to the gate and sees that you are waiting there, and quickly strolls over, taking big steps, trying to move as quickly as she can. She'll say, "Open the gate, get it open, I gotta talk to these guys." She says, "You made it."
Yep, here we are.
We promised. We've fallen through so far on those promises.
All right, well, I got good news. The meeting was a success. Got everything I wanted, so that's good news for me and good news for all of you.
Okay. Can we know what the good news is?
Well, first I got to tell you about some of the bad news. So,
Of course.
don't know how long all of you have been in the city, and if you may have heard or not, but we've got a bit of a problem with an iron shortage.
Mm-hmm.
Is
We heard
everybody
about that.
somewhat aware of this? Okay. So the main supplier of iron to Corenia is a little country just east of here called Tarsaria. They got all kinds of miners there. They got iron thick like nothing, you know.
Okay.
So almost all the iron we get comes out of there. But past couple of months, we haven't gotten anything from them. I think they're cutting us off for trade. They might have noticed that we're sort of reliant on them. Maybe they're looking for something more. I'm not sure. So that's why, I asked for us to call up this meeting. So I just talked to all the other council members, and I got approval for sending you guys out to talk to government over in Tarsaria and get everything straightened up, get the trade moving again.
Is anybody gonna ask her, or should I?
Ask me what? Nobody else is talking, Arvestan, so I guess it's going to be you. What's the question?
Well, looking at everybody's face, we all have the same question. Why us?
Well, I just met you, and
Mm-hmm.
from what I found out from talking to you, you're all from somewhere else, a different place, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Well, Ravi, you're from here, but everybody else is from somewhere else than you.
Correct.
So, right off the bat, I got a multinational coalition. Yeah? On top of that, one of the people I got in this group is from the country in question. I got a Tarsarian right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you seem like one of the more higher up, more important folks, too. So I assume you got some kind of pull in that place.
It would seem that way.
Yeah. So I figure, what better diplomat can I find than somebody who's from the place, somebody who's an important person from the place, can go in there and get all this stuff cleared up. And if you take all the others with you, then they know it's not just a problem for people in the city. You got to make sure we're trading with everybody. People out in the mountains, in the ocean, I guess. So, yeah, I got approval. It's already set in. The council agrees that the four of you are going to be diplomats.
Okay, now,
Great.
that's awesome, I guess. But at the same time, why would you think that we accept this?
Well, I owed you a favor, didn't I?
Yeah, but this favor is making us do you another favor, though.
Ooh, it sounds like that at first, but that's because I forgot to tell you the most important part. This is a paid gig, you understand?
What are you?
Here, I'm assuming you're going to honor my original arrangement with the church, though, correct?
Of course, yeah. That's all cleared up. That's just me, Doc's district. Our business. So don't worry about it. I'll tell you what I can offer you. This is what we budgeted out. 500 gold pieces, yeah? Right now.
Each?
Total. For all of you. That's a lot of money, all right?
That is a lot of money. I would agree.
Yeah.
He's absurd
Yeah.
as usual. It's
500 gold pieces. You can use it to outfit yourselves for the journey. Do whatever you want with it. Now, you head out to Tarsaria. Talk to the people in charge there. I think they got a King Allen going on right now. Then you make your way back. Once you're back here, trade's reestablished. Iron comes flowing in again. I can get you another 10,000 gold pieces.
Well,
Tell me that doesn't sound good.
It sounds good
Okay.
to me.
It sounds good for everybody.
Absolutely.
Ciela, you can buy my heart with money.
I mean, money is the best motivator, right? That's what everybody needs.
I mean, I could build a whole new church with that kind of money. That would be outstanding.
Yep. Or
Exactly.
we could not do that.
Well,
we can buy that health potion.
One help.
10,000 gold pieces. If you guys come back and split it 4 different ways, it's still 2,500 gold pieces. You could build a church with that. You could do whatever you need.
absolutely.
I mean, heck, even someone like Kriv here, you could buy your way into high society if you wanted to.
Riv, what do you think about this? I mean, yes, it's a lot of money, but what do you think?
It
You
sounds
could
like
learn a lot from
yeah,
smart, wealthy people.
yeah. It sounds like this. Like Tarsaria is probably somewhere I was going to be going anyway. To be honest,
It's
Maybe
a
a
big
little
trip. I
sooner,
won't
but-
lie to you. It's going to take you some time.
Oh, and Arvistan, you could eat at the finest restaurants in the world without a care.
For free?
No, you're
Okay.
getting 500 gold pieces.
You have money. What's the point?
But it wouldn't be that much of a concern to you. Like, what's 50 gold if you have 2,500?
Mm.
And Kriv already sweetened the deal with 1 health potion, so.
we weren't willing to buy it before, but
Fair
I
enough.
feel like we need it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hop back over there.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to hop back over there then, and yeah.
Well, I'm in. I'm easily bought off. It's fine.
All right, I should say you're in charge if anybody asks. You're a resident Tarsarian. It only makes sense for you to be the head diplomat, leader of the troop.
Oh boy.
I think that's a good call.
Really, Ravi?
Yes, absolutely. She is the most well learned amongst high society out of a lot of us. I am largely helping the poor. Kriv is from the forest, and you are from the ocean. She's really the only choice among us.
You see, that's what worries me, Ravi.
You are
When
from
we
the
get there,
ocean.
she's just gonna treat us like peasants and just toss us to a side.
Listen, you're on the road. You do whatever you like, right? I'm just saying. Once you get into government, you're talking to somebody important. Make sure they know she's the one that's heading you up.
As long as she promises that she's not gonna toss us out like garbage, that she tends to look at me like, then I'm okay with it.
All day.
I don't know what he's concerned about. I need him to come back with me to get the other money.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if only 3 of you come back, it's still 10 grand. But
Okay, let's go.
That's not an information that you tell her.
I think you need him for the
Come
road
on.
anyway. He's the guy I saw with that monster slung across his back, so I think he's worth keeping around.
All right, I'll accept. Yes.
You seem so distraught, Arvistan. You need some more ego stroking? Oh, what a shot he took.
No,
I couldn't believe it.
No.
What a good guy. Taking
you
down
were
the
made.
bird that was mostly killed by... taking down that whole bird by yourself.
How does she even know she was already turned into stone?
My hero. Save me.
Yeah, I'm kind of hero, yeah.
All right, good
All
enough.
right.
And now you can be here for the entire world, really, or at least all of Corenia.
Especially Petey.
No, he hates me because I don't have a sword.
You can even buy a sword.
You could buy a sword.
Maybe I can buy a sword for. No, that would be dangerous.
I mean,
You'll probably
like
go slashing
15
people.
gold, and you're getting 125 off the bat. You can buy a sword.
Well, now, folks, here's where I got to kind of warn you a little bit. The problem we got is an iron shortage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of money you can use to outfit yourself, but if you're looking for something metal, it's going to be tougher to find and probably cost you extra.
Oh, I know, and I hold up my wooden, strapped shield.
Case in point.
I don't even think I can use metal, so...
We're going to
All's
the Metal
the better.
Heartland, so...
Yeah, if you need iron, you're going to find it once you get there.
Okay.
Any questions? I know it's a big deal. But
It
I think it's a
really
great
is.
opportunity. I really do.
Well, if this is a diplomatic mission, do you have any suggestions of how to gear up? We are been more of a punch-it problem solving.
Yeah.
So the
Fair enough.
diplomacy is really going to come into effect once you get to New Sanctum. That's the capital city of Tarsaria. But there's a long way to go before you get there. And there's a lot that you're going to have to deal with before that.
So, how dangerous are you talking our way down over there?
I couldn't rightly say. I haven't been out in a long time. And that direction, I know there's some rough stuff. There's a forest you're going to have to go through. That could be kind of tricky. I don't know what necessarily you'll find heading through the plains on the way there. That might cause you some troubles. And then once you get through into Tarsaria itself, it's a big desert, a wasteland. I've heard stories of the bugs out there. I've never met one, but you're going to want something to take care of that. Plus, you're going to need stuff just to outfit you for taking a trip in the first place. Might not hurt to get a horse or something.
Do you know if we have access to any books or something on Tassari culture? Because I don't know a thing about them.
Um, you could look into something. I'm sure Hazate could help you out too if you really need it. Not much of a seafaring people. That's where most of my expertise lies. So afraid I can't help you personally with that. Yeah.
What
And
type of dangerous animals are we gonna probably find out on our way there?
Oh, you'll find all sorts of things. Um, we've already run into kobolds. Might be some more of that. If you're talking animals specifically, yeah, wolves and bears and that sort of thing, probably common. An axe beak or two might run into. Um, then there's some sort of more monstrosity type stuff out there. You might hit, yeah, I don't know, an owl bear or something.
Hmm.
I had one other question. We were still asking around in hopes of helping Bumper.
Right.
Did you want us to pass that information to you, or?
Well, it wouldn't hurt to have it, but I'm funding my own other expedition to try to take care of that problem.
You will probably get further than we did.
Got another group going out. Sudsy and Splits aren't going to stick around while their buddy's made of stone. So we're sending them down to the mountains. See if they can't find something.
I guess heads up on that. The kobold said there was something that drove them out of their home. So, not sure what
Okay.
they can expect there.
Also,
But
we
I would be
talked
very
to-
curious if they find out and come back.
We talked to Baloth the alchemist as well, and he's sending information to Father Gregor.
Okay, so if I got to figure out anything, then I can go talk to this father guy and he'll know what you know, yeah?
Mm.
Or at least
Really?
what'd you say, Bailiff?
Yes.
Baloth?
Bailoff.
All right, yeah. Yeah, thanks. I'll let the boys know. Anything else? I don't want to just send you into the cold. I mean, 500 gold pieces ain't really nothing to sneeze at. So, hope you have some fun with that.
We're good, I think.
All right then. Well, best of luck to you. We'd like you to leave as soon as possible, but understand if you need a day or two to get yourselves ready.
Oh, one thing I just thought of. Is there any way we can prove we're being sent as diplomats from Corenia? And that we're not just walking in off the street?
She'll say, oh, yeah, I had it somewhere. She'll reach into her pocket, pull out a crumpled up letter. It's sealed with the wax seal of the city. That's a crescent moon shape. And she'll hand it to you. She'll say, if you need to show it to somebody, we got this one made up for the king in Tarsaria. I don't know if you'll need to crack into it before that. I don't think you would, if you're just traveling, but it's up to you. That's been signed by every member of the Council of Corenia, so should be proof enough that we sent you for whatever it's worth.
Better than nothing, I bet.
Yeah.
And so, what is not a diplomatic issue? Much in the same way that sewers were not a diplomatic issue. There's some sort of monsters. You'd rather just then to slay the monster and go from there, or are you reasonably certain that this is, in fact, something being held over Corenia's head?
We've got some contention there. and I haven't heard news of anything bad happening. So I guess to some point, it's optimism, a little hopefulness that this is something that can get solved with words. If it's something dangerous, I'll let you be your own judge. Yeah, 10,000 gold for at least information in that case. You come on back if it's something you don't think you can handle. Let us know what it is, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
Sounds reasonable.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. I'm heading back down to the docks. The air up here is too thin and
Stuffy.
Yeah. Got to get some of that sea salt in my lungs.
I know what you mean. I slept under the water yesterday.
All right. That sounds weird. I'll hear from you guys when I hear from you. If I don't see you before you leave, take care. Have a good trip. Probably won't be back here for a couple months, really.
All right. Feel free to send us any information that you can find about this petrification stuff if we don't get to hear anything from Father Gregor. And
Sure.
see what we can do around the areas that we are.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's near the top of my to-do list. Bumper's a priority.
All right.
I'm going to start walking down now. If you guys don't mind, waiting a minute. Otherwise, we all got to walk together. And I don't have anything else to say to you.
Okay.
Sounds like we have some shopping to do.
Should just matter of fact say, I don't follow me. Start going. But yes, before she leaves, she hands Kriv the letter that was requested.
Cool.
Could hand it to Hajite, but Hajite is delegating responsibilities to her subjects. And she'll give you
already.
she'll give you a big sack with 500 gold pieces in it.
So you're gonna set that up 125 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Thank you for my share. Put it on my pocket. That's 125, right?
Yes.
Correct.
125 plus 19. All right, perfect.
I'm gonna go buy the health potion.
Yeah.
Potions are 145 gold.
I have no impulse control.
We should see what other type of potion.
Yeah,
Maybe,
also we didn't even ask that.
Yeah, maybe like spell recharge potions or mana potions or stuff like that. Light
Yeah.
in a bottle.
You guys have your money up in the Palace District. Are you all rushing down to spend it in the Trade District, or does anyone have a different priority that they want to get tended to?
I will, as they break off towards the market, I would probably first go see Father Gregor and tell him what has transpired, and then give the church 25 of the gold that I just got.
Okay, so is everybody going down to the Trade District and you're going to let Ravi go off to the temple on his own?
Yes.
Yes.
Take care of that business. Okay. I'll point you guys to page 150 of the Player's Handbook if you want to look at what stuff costs.
Oh boy.
It's a big table that can show you all of that. We'll stick with Ravi for the moment, give you some time to look it over. So yeah, you head back to the Temple of Freyr. Father Gregor, he's tending to his duties, but he keeps looking for you to return. So he sort of eagerly awaits, and he'll spot you a long time before you get there. He'll come down the steps of the temple to meet you. And he'll say, "So, what was it about? What happened?"
I have mostly good news, Father. The Church of Freyr has been selected to represent a diplomatic mission as we kind of travel across the world. Uh,
Wow, I see.
Most importantly, we're going to Tessaria, where we're hoping to negotiate some sort of peace agreement uh, for the iron shortage.
Yes, that is a very important issue. I'm happy to know that steps are being taken to help solve it. Are you sure you're ready for this, Ravi?
No, I'm not, in fact, sure that I'm ready for this, but because we helped Ziella previously, I was the one selected, and I, at this point, can't shrink in my duties to both the church and to the country.
It is important. It sounds important the way you describe it. I suppose you will have to go. Before you do, though, could you join me for a moment?
Of course, Father, and I will take out 25 of the gold and hand it to him. She was kind enough to give us each 125 gold. I plan on using a good portion of it to hopefully get some supplies and things for the journey,
Right, of course.
obviously for the church.
That's very kind of you. I'm sure that we could put that to good use.
Well, if we are successful, we get 10,000 gold upon coming back.
Oh dear.
Correct. Split 4 ways between the four of us is 2,500 gold, and I think we could do great things should we succeed.
That would be revolutionary. A sum like that, we could feed the city.
I agree.
Um, but first things first, come with me. Something to show you.
I will follow.
Um, he'll slowly take you up. The 25 gold pieces he puts down on the way, passes it off to another, like a little priestly figure with him, an acolyte. Um, and he'll lead you. He'll grab a candle as he's on the way. And he'll take you up a set of stairs to the second floor. Uh, and then he'll go up even further from a staircase in the corner into sort of an attic area. You don't usually come up here. Almost nobody does, so there's dust everywhere. Cobwebs covering most of the room. And there are old relics and old ritual pieces that used to be used by the church when they were operating in a more official capacity that look like they're sort of broken. There are, old chairs and stuff that have been shattered into pieces, pews that are falling apart. And he leads you on a little winding path through all of this stuff to a back corner in the attic. And while he's on the way taking you through there, he'll say, "How much have I told you about the old clerics?"
Not a whole lot, Father. You have answered questions when I've come across things in reading, but other than that, we don't discuss most of them.
I'm afraid I haven't tried to keep anything from you. I know very little myself. We just hear information passed down through the people who run the temple here. But what I can tell you is that what the older priests told me is that in the days before they found Freyr, all of the clerics and worshipped him would actually travel around the countryside. They didn't stay in one place in this temple. They would go and heal the injured and treat the sick, spread the word of Freyr much as he did in his own time. and they would ease the suffering of those who had lost their loved ones. And when he reaches the corner, he'll kneel down on his rickety old knees. It takes him a second. He's got a hand on the hip to get himself down. And he'll pull out a tiny little chest from underneath, like a tarp. And he'll say, "We've kept this relic here for ever since the days of those old clerics." And he'll open the latch and open this little chest. And inside there's a rusted piece of brass. It has a chain on it, and he'll grab one end of the chain and pull it up. And you'll see this little brass contraption just hanging off the end of it. He'll say, "Those old clerics would take these censers and light an incense inside. They would wave it over the bodies of the deceased to bring comfort to their families. I don't know what compels me, but I think you should take it with you."
And with my hand trembling, I'll kind of like reach out for it. Are you sure this is okay, Father?
Honestly, I'm not. But somewhere in my heart, I feel like it's necessary.
I will very gently take the object, kind of like pull it to myself. Thank you, Father. I hope that I will spread the word of Freyr to these new lands and be at the very least a burden of hope, if not a message that the gods are not dead and have not left this place.
You know, it's funny. I always thought that you'd leave one day. Take off. Such a young man to be trapped in one place for so long seemed far-fetched. But I must admit I didn't know the company you'd keep when you did. These new companions of yours are more interesting than I might have predicted. You know, Ravi, they're like seeds. Each one of them so full of potential, so much goodness inside of them waiting to come out. And I think in your journey with them that you should make your words to be like the sunlight that coaxes them forward, and make your deeds like the rainfall that nourishes them, and to make your love like the firm soil that supports them. And I think if you do those things, we might see them bloom into something magnificent.
I hope so, Father. I will do my very best, I promise.
Say yes. Take care of them. Take care of yourself, of course. And take care of that artifact. I don't know what importance it holds, but something tells me you'll need it.
Till my last breath, I will defend them, this, and myself with my life. And with any luck, we will come back without having to lose any of them.
Right, and with 2,500 gold pieces to boot.
Indeed.
He's getting misty-eyed. He'll say, "Well, I'm sure you need to meet up with them and plan out your journey. I don't want to keep you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again."
I will put my arms around him and hug him and then pull him back to arm's length. Thank you, Father. With Freyr's blessing, we will see each other again soon.
Yeah, he'll nod his head and give you a little kiss on your forehead. And it is, all right, off you go, boy.
And I will then kind of make haste back towards the rest of the group.
Okay, the rest of you in the trade district, with your new money, are we wanting to stop and see Baloth first about potions of healing?
Yes.
So he's asleep when you approach.
Excuse me.
Ugh. Oh, you again. Yes. Oh, what can I do for you?
We're back for that health potion.
Oh,
And we realized we forgot to even ask if you had any other potions available.
let me look here.
I have so much candy corn in my mouth right now, it's hard to talk.
Very Halloween of you.
I have some potions, but they're more expensive to produce and to buy. How much are you looking to spend?
I'm honestly not even sure what's possible in the range of potions like this.
Can I ask a side question?
Sure.
How many people can ride one camel?
Ooh, I'm gonna say one.
Oh, that's a shame.
One person on a camel. They can carry your packs and stuff.
All right.
Jason, you're muted if you've been talking. I've seen your mouth moving. Baloth will tell you about some of the potions he has available. Potions that can make you better at climbing. Potions that can make you a little bit stronger. Potions that can make you bigger for a little while. But he'll say most of those are going to cost you a lot more than the potions of healing. And he's quoting you numbers in 3 digits.
Yeah. And the healing one was still 25, right?
25 gold pieces. I've got a few if you want. More than one.
I think we should maybe spread them through the party, but I'll take at least one.
All right, I'll take one.
I will take 2 of them, please.
All right. So it's 25 from 2 of you and 50 from the other. He just sort of reaches down and picks them up with the side of his mouth and kind of plops them down in front of you.
Yep.
When you put gold on his table, he just reaches out and shovels it towards himself.
Right.
A lot of healing potions,
Yeah.
but I won't pry.
Bailiff, would you mind checking a basket for me for a gold?
Bring
It
it
could be
out.
dangerous again.
It's easy money.
All right. Put the
Sure.
basket over towards him and open it for him. And move back really quick.
You take the lid off of it.
Yes, and I move back really quick.
Yes. It is full of centipedes.
Amazing.
I got the hell out of there. Watch out, Bela.
They'll
Careful
start.
with that.
They'll
I'm
start
gonna just
coming out.
pocket a few of those.
He starts to sort of sniff them, and they start climbing up on his face and like biting him, and stinging at him. And he lolls out a big tongue and wraps out a bunch of them, and then eats them.
What I was expecting.
So you like that nice treat?
I can tell you what's in there.
I think I saw very well what it was.
I can take this off your hands. You can keep that piece of gold you were going to give me.
Yeah, all yours.
He sort of digs in and grabs a few more, and he's crunching them. They're kind of squirming out of his mouth as he's just slurping them down.
All right. No more basket for me. Good thing I did not open that thing.
You can keep the basket if you want.
Anybody wants a basket?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Here you go, Criff.
A basket
Basket's all
you.
yours.
that once held centipedes.
Awesome.
Yes. It's all yours, Criff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I got a question for the DM. Where is it? It's the bullseye lantern. Yeah, lantern bullseyes. It says they casts a light, so does that need spells?
No.
Or no?
It's a lantern that will work like a flashlight, so it points in one direction.
It points
So
in one
instead of
direction.
just lighting up the area all around it,
Mhm.
there's like a hole cut in one side of it, and it shoots out a point of light like a flashlight would.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Thank you.
Have you guys made purchases or have things that you'd like to buy in the market outside of Bailoth? He's still there if you need him.
Not with Bailoth. I'm still looking at the There's a lot of things.
A lot of options. I mean, what do you need?
Yeah.
What do you think you're going to need without even looking at what's
definitely-
available?
Definitely getting a horse and a hunting traps.
Okay.
You're getting a horse?
Yes, we're gonna need a horse to be able to travel. We're not just gonna walk all the way all over the place.
A horse for the desert?
Oh, that's right. We're gonna have to go to the desert.
Now, it's still
So-
a ways until you get there, of course. So there's
Yes,
a lot of not
exactly.
desert until you get there.
The thing is, will we find a camel when we get to the desert?
Yeah, we
I'm
don't know
guessing
what's
yes,
between
right?
here and there.
What do you guys think?
I'll tell you that a hunting trap you're not going to find.
Yeah, definitely not.
Well, you're not going to be able to buy one right now.
Oh, right now?
'Cause
Okay.
it's like a bear trap, it's a steel teeth like
Mhm.
this that comes closed.
Yeah,
But those have all been melted down and reused for
that's
something
right,
else at
because
this
there's
point.
no iron. Fuck. Okay. That is true. Anybody else?
Oh, I wanted to find a healer's kit. I'm assuming that's not too troublesome.
Bailoth can make you up one of those.
Yay.
more herb based than like a first aid kit with band-aids and stuff. Um,
If
but
she
it has,
functions the same.
yeah, the same um, basic concept. They put one together, and that you can get at cost.
Okay. I want to get a tent.
All right.
I don't have one. I assume I'll need or prefer one.
um, done.
Cool.
Someone will have a tent.
I was looking at ranged weapons.
Sure.
I don't know what is reasonable to use. Crossbow says light next to it, so I thought maybe, but it doesn't say it under properties. So I don't know.
There are different crossbows, and some of them are light. You can get a hand crossbow that you hold with one hand. That would be a light one. But a heavy crossbow clearly wouldn't be light. And they put it right in the name to say not light. But what I would look at when you're considering that sort of thing is what druids are proficient in using.
Trick is it's in the same book.
Yes. I put it all in the same book on wildly different pages all over the place.
Let me flip back. Yeah.
Ravi, is there anything that you would be interested in purchasing once you get to the trade district?
Yes, there's a list of things. I'd like 100 feet of rope, a tent, 30 days of rations, a crowbar, a water skin, parchment and ink, a backpack, and a lamp.
Okay. Crowbar, no.
Okay.
You're not able to find. That's just a big chunk of iron.
Yep, I could have
that
figured.
would totally be gone. The lamp will cost you 3 times what it would normally cost you. Just because
I will pass on that as well.
there's metal involved in it. But everything else there, you can find it. Do the math now or later if you want. 100 gold is going to be enough to cover all of that.
I already got it, yeah. And then if everybody else also has a horse, I will also pick up a horse. If not, I will not worry about it.
Right. I guess that's the big question then. Are we getting horses, mounts, or horse equivalents? Everybody's too excited. They're all looking at tables right now. Everybody's looking at tables and prices and parsing over all of it.
It's like real shopping.
If this is supposed to be such a long trek, it sounds smart. I don't have a clue what mounts go for around here, though.
Traditionally, it's 75 gold apiece.
75 gold before
It
what?
does say a horse is 50.
Yeah, it says horse 50 and camel is.
So they make a distinction here between a draft horse and a riding horse. The 75 gold piece horse that
Yeah.
you're hearing about is a riding horse. That's the horse that you ride on. That has a saddle equipped with it, and all the saddlebags, everything that's needed for a person to mount it and ride it like a person riding a horse. A draft horse pulls a cart, so it's just a big horse that you can hook a wagon up to. Not really built for riding.
Okay.
Not to say that you couldn't get the other stuff, like get a saddle and outfit a draft horse.
Yeah.
Things like that. But they're going to be slower than a riding horse would be. So there's a trade-off there.
Yeah. We cannot get a climbing kit either, right?
Parts of it would be available, but most of it wouldn't. Some parts of those climbing kit are spiked cleats that you can tie onto your shoes. You're not going to be able to get those, and rappel hooks. would be unavailable too.
This iron shortage just sucks, bro.
Yeah, let's get it fixed, huh?
At least it looks like we'll be on somewhat flat land for most of it. Cielo said forest and plains and desert.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll buy 2 tents.
Ooh.
That'll be 2 tents of a 2-person tent.
Okay.
So I'll get 2 of those.
I
That'll
bought
be
one.
4 gold. Huh?
I already bought one.
Crib's already buying a tent at the tent place.
Oh,
You
okay.
technically only need one tent if you were okay with sleeping with someone else, I guess.
It's only for 2 persons though.
Yeah, there's 4 of us. I can share
Yeah.
with someone with the tent I bought.
Yeah, I'll buy 1 then as well.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, you do you, but
I mean, if you really want to be alone.
Everybody needs their own.
I'll buy another tent. So everybody has somewhere to sleep.
So, under the assumption that we can starve, should we purchase food?
This is
I
up
bought
to you.
30 days worth.
1 day's worth?
30 days worth.
Mm.
Food's not super expensive. You get like crummy rations. But
yeah, I have 10
what you're
days
lucky
worth.
to have with you is a druid there and a ranger here.
Yep,
Um,
good berry.
that should have
Mhm.
some ability to find food. Also,
Yes.
your
Yeah.
ranger's a chef, so I would
Yeah.
hope you'd be able to take care of some of it.
I would
Exactly.
hope.
Hey, Hazote, do you know anything about the land between here and there? Are there towns
Well.
between here and there?
Assuming I traveled here from there,
Yes.
you'd think so.
You're gonna pass through a few towns and some small
Okay.
villages that might not have stuff available for trade, but would have people there that you could maybe pay to give you some money to food or whatever else you might need.
Okay. Well, be somewhere to get mounts along the way, maybe, if we did want to start with them or wanted to change them.
Maybe
Don't know. Okay.
there should be outposts on the edge of the forest, like the boundary line between Corenia and Tarsaria. Should have people that are like, checking people who are crossing over the border, and they would have some sort of setup around them, a little settlement going, and they would have their own mounts. Of course, there'd be people that have to travel there from distances away. So there's a possibility that you could scrounge something up there. Of course, there are mounts available in the city right now.
Yeah.
And there are towns along the way that will also have them available. If you don't want to go for it now, you change your mind later, it'll still be an option.
Yeah, I think it's better to get it for like later on, or we can like buy not the riding horse, but the horse, the other one, so it can carry all our stuff when we walk with it, and not have so much weight on us as well. What do you guys think?
I don't have much stuff.
I mean, I'm traveling relatively light as it is, but I'm not opposed.
You carry the most heavy things.
How much?
Considering Arvistan still has his flasks and his pots,
Yeah,
and your
I do.
pots and pans.
Yeah, I'll get a horse draft, so we can put everything on it. It's up to 540 pounds
Which is a lot.
Yeah. So that'll be 2 healing potions. That is 50. At 10, that's 2 gold, and the horse draft. That's 50 gold. That'll be everything that I would buy for now.
For the horse, I'm going to charge you an extra 5 gold. They
Okay.
upcharge the cost of the shoes.
Okay, because of the iron.
Yeah.
So that'll be 55 gold.
Yes.
Okay. That'll be 107 gold total out of what I have.
I want to get
That-
another 50 feet of the rope,
Sure.
just because
449.
sounds smart. Sounds like a thing to do.
Never hurts to have a ton of rope. Is anyone else buying anything crazy?
Can I get a whip?
Yeah,
Cool.
get a whip.
All right, that'll drop me down all the way to 37 gold total.
I'll do a whip, probably 15 days rations.
37.
Do we need to carry around water? Is that a thing?
It- So the trip there, you've got two basic options to go. You can go try to make a straight shot overland. It'll cut you through a lot of different areas of farmland. It doesn't go by a lot of the towns that are on the way, but as the crow flies, it would be a lot shorter to take that trip. Or you could follow the river. That'll eventually lead you down to where two rivers converge at a town called Anders. From there, there's a road that takes you to the forest and into Tarsaria. So as long as you're on that river, you won't be needing water.
Right.
But once you get, especially once you get to the desert, you're going to need water in the wasteland for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
So-
buy like a couple jugs.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, we can put him on the. We can
assuming
put him on
I
the
am
horse.
kind
I
of
would say it's
aware
getting a
of going-
horse. I mean, you can just dump it on the horse.
Yeah, you might as well
Yeah,
just
we
get
can
whatever
put
the
our
heck you
thing.
want, right?
Yeah, technically.
I
I
can,
mean, why not?
in theory, help with the water thing when we're in the desert. If I
Right.
hope
Oh,
they
that's
don't have
right.
to
You
find
have
myself.
the magic stuff, right?
Yeah.
Spells that you can do.
And do I? Yeah, I also have great water.
There's
Well,
magic also, so.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
they're only like what, copper pieces, so might as well just get what I want. She's gonna. Can I selfishly buy a dress?
Yeah.
I mean, it's your gold, so
What
you do
is
whatever
the
you
price
want.
of that? It's just like not on here.
How nice of a dress do you want? So
Very nice.
there's a bit of a time crunch here right now, so getting something made might not be super
the
popular.
Yeah.
ideal, yeah.
We're looking at off the rack right now.
So I'd say as nice as immediately purchasable.
All right. It's just clothes, which
Shoes.
Is, of course,
I want
not
to
just
focus on
something-
shoes actually.
smart.
getting a dress and shoes, a nice dress, but off the rack dress, not fully tailored to you, and a pair of shoes that fit, that are also pretty nice. You got to go to a nicer place to get this kind of stuff. Both together, I'd say only about 3 gold pieces.
Cool. Nice shoes that I won't kill myself in the desert with.
Should, I assume as an actual in-universe Dragonborn, I would know this. Would I need shoes? I know I don't wear them. Is it because I don't need them, or just because I'm not wearing them?
That's a fair question.
You don't need them, and the way that
Okay.
I'll put it to you, I guess from a mechanical standpoint, is don't worry about shoes unless they do something cool for you.
Yeah.
So regular shoes, no, but if shoes
Okay.
suddenly end up being magical, then we want to figure out how to get them on.
Okay. Got it.
Backpacks. Do we all have backpacks?
Do you?
I do.
Just wondering because where was I carrying everything? That's why I'm asking. So like an adventurer's backpack that you. start
everybody
with or
should have
something?
started with some kind of pack,
Okay.
like an explorer's kit or a dungeoneer's pack or something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have that.
I do conveniently have a diplomat's pack.
Okay.
What do you know?
How much is a? What's the difference between if I get another backpack? Will it like carry more stuff, or
I wouldn't say it's going to make that big of a difference, really.
no? Okay,
Um,
never mind then.
so yeah,
All right. All right, everybody, start putting everything on the cart.
One other question.
yeah.
Would I be able to find a sickle?
It
Ooh.
would be
Or
upcharged.
yes, but would I find one?
You could find one. You would want to talk to Andoril the blacksmith, the young blacksmith that Robbie got his
Yes.
shield from.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah. So he'd feel really bad about having to upcharge you on it. But from 1 gold piece, it would have to go to 5 gold pieces.
Take it.
And he's got to take it from somebody else, basically, to give it to you.
Oh no.
Hey guys, do remember we have 1 ruby each, which is 10 gold.
Oh no, I'm gonna need that later. I don't know why, but I am.
might.
Yeah, but I'm just letting you know, just in case you're planning on buying more stuff and everything like that.
20. Oh shoot. How?
Extra
Okay.
cost.
How many silver pieces go into gold? Like what's?
Yeah, what's the conversion?
I tried never to mess with it.
So what, like
So
50
I
silver,
don't
it'll be
think
1
about it
gold
too.
or something like that?
Not even close to that, no.
So if I throw a bunch of stuff at you, can you give me like a rough estimate
Go ahead.
of the price of things?
I'll just make a call on it. It'll be a lot easier. Not
Cool.
having to worry
Yeah,
about it.
because I'm
Yeah.
sitting here like, half of these are in silver and half are in copper.
All right, hit me.
So 1 whip, that would be 15 days of rations. I'm gonna say 4 jugs. Nice shoes, the nice dress. I want sealing wax and can Bailoff give me acid?
He's an alchemist, so I'm
He
guessing.
can get you some. Probably.
Yeah. Okay. On here that looks to be about 25 if that's chill.
Acid. He can get that. We can do that. We got the rations here. All together, I'm going to run you about 70 gold pieces for all
Okay.
that stuff combined.
Sounds good.
Anybody else want to just cheat their numbers?
No, I
Shrink
spent
it down.
quite a bit right now, and I had a lot of stuff on me, so I think I'm good.
It's what you guys got the gold for, is to spend it. It's
Yeah.
intended to be for getting ready right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend it because if further up in our travels we see something of usefulness and or something that we run out of and we can find some more stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just keeping my 37 gold that I have left.
Sure. Hopefully find more, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a place that actually has iron, then I can buy hunter straps.
So I have one more question.
All right.
What would be the estimate if I could get my hands on a banjo?
Ooh,
Ooh.
a banjo. Okay. So, let me just check here. I believe a musical instrument would have some kind of price.
Because they have like various prices for different instruments, assuming a banjo is close to like other stringed items.
Yeah, I'd put it close to a lute, which this
Yeah.
is telling me is 35 gold pieces. Pricey. But you can get one.
I can get one.
I won't even upcharge you. We'll say that it doesn't have metal involved in it. Although I know most modern banjos do.
And this banjo has nylon strings, so you're good.
It's catgut.
Plastic
It has
strings for
it has cat intestine
Yeah,
string.
it's all made
So
of
you said 35.
35.
Whoa.
Whoa is right.
No, I just like I ended up with a decimal and it didn't make any sense. Okay. I don't know, 28 gold isn't that bad. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. You're outfitted now.
Alright.
Oh yes, I
Crit.
have a banjo.
Criff, you have everything you got and you wanted?
Looks like.
I guess.
As far as
Yeah,
I mean,
Ravi, you got everything?
who knows? You don't know what kind of journey you're going to be on.
I've never been outside the city of Corenia, but I think so.
Alrighty.
One horse.
That's the attitude.
Hashate, how about you? You got everything?
Oh yeah, I think we're good.
Alrighty. Everybody, you got everything? I got this horse with this carriage so we can put everything for our journey. So go ahead and put it all away in there.
Arvistan, what are you going to name your horse?
Yeah.
Oh.
You should name it something Halloweeny.
I will name it
First of all,
Ghost.
Tell me about your horse.
Ghost the horse.
Pretty
Ghost
good.
the horse.
You're picking out a draft horse. What color
Can
is
it
your
be an
horse?
albino horse?
That's what I was
Big
thinking,
black.
actually. I would make it like all white. Yes, that's why I was going with Ghost.
Would not be albino.
Yeah,
that would be
albino.
exceptionally rare. It would cost you a lot more.
Ooh.
Or just horses.
Your horse suddenly got expensive with the
Oh,
albino
boy.
part.
Oh boy, nobody said anything about this.
Maybe just a white horse.
Yeah, just a white horse, a regular white horse with a yellow mane.
Yeah. It'd be a dirty white because it's a draft horse and
Okay,
not
perfect.
like a fancy horse or anything. So, coming up at
Dad
least to
had
the
rode a
knees
draft
or
horse
like,
named Bob, so
Yeah.
So Ghost is your horse.
Yes, Ghost.
All right.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna write Ghost the draft horse.
You guys have your shopping done. What do you want to do then?
I mean, we don't have to say bye to anybody. We already said, Ravi already said bye to Father Gregor, and I think we should just start making our way out. What do you guys think?
I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
So,
Not
yeah,
late, is it?
it's the afternoon, early afternoon. You
Okay.
guys do a lot of shopping. But, I mean, there's no good or bad time to start a journey. So you make your first big adventurous steps towards the main gate of Corenia, making your way out of the city. First time for Ravi. It's all new for Arvistan as well. He came out of the ocean into Corenia, and so exploring the land is new for him. Kriv and Hajite have been out already, but not with a mission like this, and not with a crew like this. As you're on your way, making your steps through the gate, let's have everybody make a perception check.
Huh? 19.
16.
But it was a natural one.
No.
I put that dice away because it was mean, and then I thought, well, it's been a while. Let me try it again.
I got
Wrong.
5.
Okay. Ravi, you'll be the first to notice. As you guys are on your way out of the gate, there are people coming in and out, of course. Farmers coming in, traders going out. But there's one person in particular who catches your eye. There's a man coming in on his own white horse, if you can believe it.
Ooh.
His is a much thinner horse. You could see some of the rib poking out on it, but otherwise it seems healthy. And he's wearing what must at one time have been somewhat elegant robes, but they're sort of worn from travel. You could see the edges are frayed and dirty. And he's an older gentleman, kind of wrinkled, with gray hair, but he sits in the saddle with dignified posture. And just as Ravi, as you notice him, and Arvistan will notice him, and then do the same, he'll notice you, and he'll ride over toward where the four of you are, and he'll say, "Well met."
Does he have any symbols or anything that might make him distinguishable that I could make a check on to see anything about him?
Make a religion check.
Well met, sir. How are you doing?
I have just come back from a long journey, and
10.
I'm somewhat interested in what looks to be a interesting group. With a 10, you don't see any religious iconography or any sort of distinguishing symbols on him or his clothes. But what you can gather is that even though they're faded, the colors are colors that are typically associated with the Church of Freyr. And lean down towards Ravi, holding the reins. He'll lean down and he'll peer at you and he'll squint. And he'll say, "Have we met before?"
I don't think so, but your colors certainly spark a bit of resemblance.
Are you quite certain? You have a very familiar face.
I don't think so. I know most of the clerics of the Church of Freyr, and I don't remember seeing you about. It is possible that you were there before I joined the order.
The resemblance is uncanny. But tell me, it seems you're all headed out on a journey. Where is it you're off to?
Tarsania.
I see. What is your purpose?
I will give a thumb motion to Hazote. We are on a diplomatic mission, and she is the lead caravan.
I see. And to what end do you make this diplomatic journey, I suppose you'd call it? Any reason in particular?
How long since you've last been in Corenia?
Well, I must say it's been some months before I've been in the city last.
Then are you familiar with the iron shortage?
Shortage of iron? Well, I suppose then it would make sense that you would travel to Tarsaria. It would be the main export of that nation. And you say you're from the church, Freyr?
That is correct, sir.
I wonder if I might regale you with the tale of Freyor's last journey. I don't have many opportunities to share it with someone who's never heard it before.
Would I have been able to have read this at some point, or do I legitimately not know what this is?
Um, it's not written.
Okay.
It's you might have heard something about it, but everybody kind of tells it different.
I would very much be interested. I have heard Father Gregor's telling, of course, but I'm interested in everyone's telling of it.
And the rest of you, I hope you don't mind.
Not at all.
I'm quite interested.
But I do have a question for you. Just in case in your travels, do you come up around anything or any really powerful magician that can know anything about petrification?
I should think that you might want to talk to some of the reptilian folks down in the swamp. I understand that they have more dealings with people being turned to stone.
All right. How far is that from where we are at the moment?
It's quite a distance, and if you're making the trip to Tarsaria, it would be quite out of your way.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for the information.
Very well. Is everyone ready for a tale?
Yes, I am.
I will not eagerly.
Just settling in, because that's what everyone else wants to do.
He'll sit up in his saddle. We'll say, after many long journeys restoring life and all of its wonders to people across the land, Freyor was troubled by the ever looming and unconquerable specter of death. Such was his love of all living things that he resolved to find a way to conquer death itself, and thus preserve all of the people he had met and grown to care for. And so he gathered his most loyal and resolute followers and launched an expedition to the ancient, icy land of Taufel far in the north. For if there were any secret to life everlasting, it would be found in the place none would dare to look. Freyor's final adventure was fraught with peril from the outset, as rough seas tossed his vessel and brought the weight of the world itself against him. Yet he stayed his course, and as he anticipated that fate would attempt to deter him rather than be defeated, some of his companions were lost at sea, and others refused to venture further upon reaching the frigid shore. But Freyor would not be denied, for his goal would create a world that would justify such sacrifices. He pressed on with the few that remained into the depths of those cursed caves, and still others were felled by the cold or vile, unspeakable creatures. But Freyor pressed on, and at the end of his ill-fated quest, against all odds, he found what he sought. Eternal life was his at last. But having seen the passing of all his friends, and dreaming of still others that he would lose, and the passing of the world that would make all he loved alien to him, Freyor despaired. In his sorrow, he sat there in the caves of Taufel, and he sits there still, frozen to a throne of regret. And so now, having heard the tale, I would ask each of you, was Freyor right to despair? or is life everlasting a dream worth pursuing? And I'll look at each of you one at a time. So I'll start with Arvistan.
Um, I think yes. I think that he was right on despairing because he's just gonna lose everything that he has known and everyone that he has met, and just keep on being by himself for all eternity. So he just would be lonely for the eternity that he sought for.
All right, now put it to Kriv.
I agree. I agree on the answer, but differ a little on the reasoning. I mean, if he's so motivated by wanting to, like, how much he cherished his loved ones, he got so misguided that he lost more than he would have. And with no real guarantee, he still couldn't protect them and keep them in the end. So, yeah.
All right, then to Hazate.
Well, it if we're looking at his case scenario specifically, I would have to agree with Kriv. However, if I were in the circumstances, I believe life everlasting would be worth the fight for it.
Okay, and then to Ravi.
I think Freyr's intentions were pure, but to find life everlasting for yourself, but to fail in your goal to save others is still a failure. So in that, he was right to despair, as his goal did not succeed.
I thank you all for your responses to my story. You've given me something to ponder. Might I have your names that I could use if I should meet you in the future?
I am Ravi Storm.
My name is Arvistan Perlentasil.
Kriv Everax, could we ask yours as well?
Oh,
Hashote.
I'm enchanted to meet all of you. I am called Sequis. It has been my greatest pleasure of the day, at the very least, and perhaps many more, to have made your acquaintance. I hope to meet with you again.
We hope to meet with you again, and hopefully we can hear more interesting stories of your journey.
Neil hitch up his horse and trot into the city as you all are making your way out of it. So, bright sun, the road lies ahead, grass, and a river that runs alongside it. The question is, do you want to try to cut across country, or do you want to follow along the river?
Are we having a vote?
Yes, I would say river for food and water for the horse, mainly since he's carrying a lot of weight.
Did you say the towns weren't along the river? Like we'd be skipping them?
Towns usually they've got themselves. Most of the bigger ones are placed along the river. There are
Okay.
smaller villages and such. If you cut across country, you're cutting across farmland. So you won't necessarily run into as many towns or villages, but it's not 100% crazy
It's not like
wilderness.
barren.
Yeah.
Also,
there'll
horses
still be
can eat
people
grass.
Can you?
Carnivorous, unfortunately.
I think I would vote river as well.
All right. I can be down for river.
It seems like that's the plan. Okay. Then next time we'll pick up as you guys begin your journey.
All right, here we go.
Woohoo!
I don't know why, but that old man for me is Freyr. And he's immortal and wondering what we thought about that story, if it's actually the real one. I don't know why, but that's the feeling I got from that story and how he asked our question.
Well,
The question.
it's usually like a foreboding, I would say. A hinge towards the end.
I don't know what it could be.
I mean, he did have all the uniform and everything like that, like all worn out, being old and all that stuff.
Well, maybe one of us could sacrifice the rest of us.
Is everyone good to play next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will say thank you to everyone for playing. Whoever was watching, thank you to you also. And we will be back next week for that start of an adventure.
Woohoo!
Hell yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Okay, until then, goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
All right.